I'm Vineet, a cloud support engineer here at the AWS office in Bangalore. Today, I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot and resolve errors that can occur when you use native backup and restore for your Amazon relational database service for Microsoft SQL Server DB instances. Let's get started.
There are several potential issues that you might encounter when you use native backup and restore. First, insufficient space on the DB instance. To resolve this issue, you need to first check the database data and log file size from source by running the shown query. Here, replace the DB name with the name of your database. Then, you can either increase the available storage on the RDS DB instance based on the source database size or reduce the transaction log file size on source and retake backup of the database from source. First option, to increase storage, complete these steps. Navigate to Amazon RDS console in your respective AWS region. Select your database instance and then choose Modify. Increase the allocated storage value, choose to continue, and apply immediately. Now choose Modify DB instance. Second option, to reduce the log file size on source on-premise machine, complete these steps. Connect to your DB instance. Run the following command on the required database. Replace the log file name with the name of your transaction file logical name and then specify the target file size in megabytes. This shrinks the log file to the specified target size. Rerun the query to verify the database and log file size again. Second, insufficient IAM role permissions. This is an example of error for insufficient IAM role permissions. If you have insufficient permission for the AWS Identity and Access Management IAM role that's associated with the SQL Server Backup Restore option, then Amazon RDS stops the task. To resolve this issue, navigate to the Amazon RDS console. Select the RDS DB instance. Under the Configuration tab, check for the option group that's associated with the instance. Select the option group and then locate the AWS Identity and Access Management role that's associated with SQL Server Backup Restore option group. Navigate to IAM console. Under Access Management, select Roles. Search for the IAM role that's associated with the option group. Add a policy with the required Amazon Simple Storage Service permissions. Click on Add Permissions and create inline policy. In the preceding policy, replace ARN bucket with the Amazon resource name of your Amazon S3 bucket. Click Next. Provide policy name. Create policy. Run the following command to verify that the S3 bucket and the folder prefix are correct in the restore query. For more information, see the repost article linked in the video description. Third, cross-account backup restore issues. This is an example of error for cross-account backup restore issues. You might have issues when you restore a database backup from one AWS account to different AWS account. If you don't have sufficient permissions, then Amazon RDS might stop the task. For example, you might encounter issues when you store the backup file in the S3 bucket in account A and then restore to RDS DB instance in account B. In this case, either the policy for the IAM role that's associated with the option group or the bucket policy that's associated with the S3 bucket lacks permission. To resolve this, take the following actions. Add the following statement to IAM policy that's associated with the option group in account B. Add the following statement to the bucket policy that's associated with S3 bucket in account A. For more information, see the AWS documentation linked in the video description. Fourth, TD certificate not imported. This is an example of error for TD certificate not imported to RDS SQL Server. You might have issues when you restore a backup of a database but didn't import the transparent data encryption certificate to the destination server. In this case, the task stops. For example, You try to restore a database with TD from Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud or on-premise server to RDS SQL Server database instance, and you get a cannot find the server certificate error. To resolve this, first import the TD certificate to the destination server. However, if the target RDS SQL Server is in multiple availability zones, then complete these steps. Connect to Amazon EC2 or the on-premise server. Create a backup of the Amazon EC2 or on-premise database with TD turned on. Restore the backup as a new database within your on-premise server. Run the following command to turn off encryption on the newly restored database. Replace database name with the name of your database. Run this command to drop the database encryption key on the new database. Replace database name with the name of your database. Perform a native SQL Server backup and then restore the backup to the DB instance. Turn on TDE on RDS DB instance. For more information on native backup restore and steps to turn on TDE on RDS DB instance, refer to the articles linked. Fifth, Amazon S3 multipart upload failure. This is an example of error for Amazon multipart upload failure. This issue occurs when you backup a database on RDS DB instance. If you move an object that's larger than the maximum object size for an Amazon S3 multipart operation, then Amazon S3 divides the larger object into multiple parts that exceed the maximum number of parts for each upload. To resolve this issue, turn on database backup compression to reduce the backup size so that Amazon S3 can receive the file. To turn on database backup compression, follow these steps. Run the following command. And now you know how to troubleshoot and resolve errors that can occur when you use native backup and restore for your Amazon RDS for SQL Server DB instances.
Thanks for watching and happy cloud computing from all of us here at AWS.